We did a thing.
We did a thing. So that was the first thing. So by now you have probably heard, seen the first song of the Skeleton Tree, A Body of Assumptions. And if you haven't, you can find it here.
I think.
Hopefully.
Is that how YouTube works?
Yes.
Is that where it goes?
You will put a link there when you edit.
Apparently I'm going to put a link here.
Yes, we will put a link here. It will soar.
It will float.
Yes, it will soar above, and you will
click it.
Yes, this was basically a revisiting of my youth.
And news to me altogether.
So I do apologize, and I thank you for indulging me. I thought it was fun. I totally remember now why I don't do like body EBM regularly, because coming up with a good bass line, like coming up with a bass line that's good enough to last you an entire song, that's hard. That's tough. Man, we worked longer on this song than we really should have, or than we really wanted to. And a lot of that was down to me tweaking the bass line. It wasn't doing it for us, so we changed it, and then we changed it again, and there was a lot of stuff that came and went. It had a refrain with a sort of melody from the, like somewhere in the middle there was a refrain with more of a melody, and then we were like, this is how this sounds. This isn't the way that this should be. Screw it, away with you, melody. And then
can't have that.
No. We wanted this to be genuine. We wanted this to have the right kind of edge and feel. We started out. We listened to. I played Nitzareb for you, and I played Duff, of course. Then we listened to some like modern body samplers, and we didn't like them at all. But yeah, I love Duff a lot, and what I wanted from the beginning was like, let's do something that sounds like early Duff, and it doesn't. That was a complete fail, because the moment it was starting to come together and my vocals were in place, I was like, this sounds like 90s Covenant. I did my vocals first, and when I did them, I was surprised at how I thought it sounded a lot like early Covenant. And Covenant was one of the bands that I listened a lot to when I got into electronic music. The earlier records had a lot of that same, like, sort of the 90s EBM feel, with a cool bass line and some really deadpan vocals. And I know some people have said that I sometimes sound a lot like Eskil Simonsson, who sings in that band. And when I did this song, I actually heard it. Thinking back now, I mean, it's 20 years ago I first heard like their stuff, so the copyright for that sound has probably expired. Completely missing the 80s and straight into the 90s, and I don't even know why. But I think the song turned out really good, especially your vocals, because your vocals are awesome.
Positive feedback.
How did it feel to sing like this? I mean, it's a new kind of genre for you. How did you? Because it sounds like you knew exactly what you were doing. But
it was really just trying to find a way to not be static, because I can't do things that are static.
Yeah, I didn't expect you to go deadpan. I felt like is she gonna do it as deadpan as I did it, and I was like, no, she's probably not going to do that.
I don't think I could. I was pretty sure that was gonna just not work.
But I'm really glad you didn't, because it sounds a lot better now. It sounds so much more alive with our like. I do it my way, and I'm really stuck in my nostalgia, doing it completely like deadpan, sunglasses at night. I'm completely engrossed in the nostalgia of it all, and then you come in and you do it with a lot more feeling and a lot more like there's a completely different kind of energy, and when it comes together, it's I think the song turned out unique because of that. Because if only I had sung on it, I think it would have been just a real nostalgia rip-off thing.
Well, maybe it's because I don't have this nostalgia. I have
Yeah.
no idea what we're doing. I don't know where this came from. I have never heard anything that has anything to do with this before we did this. So I don't think I couldn't have channeled anything resembling what you wanted to channel.
No, and of course, I mean, there were hardly. I don't remember there being any women back then. So
Either.
no, I had a record collection that was pretty much 100% bitter-looking men. I mean, for something that we only worked for like 1 week, I think this turned out awesome. It was fun. We're not going to do this again within a foreseeable future. It's going to be fun to do something completely different this week. This week we're doing a ballad. That's all I'm going to say about that right now. That's the first week of the Skeleton Tree. This is pretty much the concept that we've been, like, the way we imagined it. So for the next week of the Skeleton Tree, what would you change? What would you like to see more of? What would you like to see less of? What kind of musical stylings would you have us do for the third week?
Bonus points for including a reference to something that we should listen to.
Yes, absolutely. If you want us to do like, if you tell us we want you to do like a witch house song, then link some witch house that you enjoy. That's actually a faux example because I like witch house, but you know what I mean. We're not going to do any guitar stuff. But just because I say we're not going to use guitars, that doesn't mean that you can't ask us to like do a metal song.
We'll just replace the guitar.
Oh yes, and
with something.
Yeah, and we will enjoy it. So if you have like a huge desire to hear us interpret Gothenburgian Swedish death metal, let us know, and maybe we will do that. That might actually be an interesting challenge. So we'll see you next time. Until then,